Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
Rhea Ripley has commented on getting her innerwear ripped off during her match at tonight's live event. At the Dortmund live event, the Nightmare faced her arch-rival Liv Morgan and almost suffered a wardrobe malfunction. Ripley and Morgan feuded for the better part of 2024, and the rivalry finally ended on the Raw Netflix premiere earlier this year. At the historic show, Mommy defeated Liv to become the new Women's World Champion. The duo clashed in a street fight at tonight's live event emanating from Dortmund, Germany. In the end, Rhea Ripley picked up a win over Morgan. At one point during the match, Ripley almost had a wardrobe malfunction when her innerwear got ripped. Thankfully, her top didn't, and she was seen adjusting her attire while heading backstage. Unfortunately for Liv Morgan, Ripley still had the last laugh when it was all said and done. The Eradicator was clearly the fan favorite tonight in Germany, while Morgan received a chorus of loud boos from the fans in attendance. Liv Morgan also ripped a couple of fan signs supporting Ripley while on her way to the ring. WWE live events are known for their high-energy action, intense rivalries, and passionate crowds, but sometimes, the unexpected happens. That was the case this past weekend when Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley nearly suffered an embarrassing wardrobe malfunction during a heated match at a live event. The incident, which has already gone viral among fans in attendance, nearly derailed Ripley's performance. However, in true mommy fashion, Ripley handled it like a pro, turning a potential disaster into one of the most talked about moments of the night. A night to remember. The WWE superstars arrived in Chicago, Illinois, for another electrifying house show. With the WWE Universe packing the arena, the energy was off the charts. The night featured high-profile matchups, but one of the most anticipated was a Women's World Championship match, where Rhea Ripley defended her title in a triple threat bout against Becky Lynch and Nia Jax. Ripley, dressed in her signature black and purple ring gear with chains and spikes adorning her entrance attire, made her way down to the ring with Dominic Mysterio by her side. The Judgment Day's enforcer was met with a thunderous mix of cheers and boos, but nothing could shake her confidence. As soon as the bell rang, the action was fast and furious. Becky Lynch, determined to reclaim championship gold, went straight for Ripley, while the powerhouse Nia Jax bulldozed both women with a double clothesline. The close call. The match was intense, with all three women delivering hard-hitting offense. At one point, Ripley executed her signature Riptide maneuver on Becky Lynch, but before she could secure a pin, Nia Jax broke it up with a splash. As the match continued, Ripley found herself tangled up with Jax in the corner, leading to the moment that had fans gasping. As Ripley attempted to lift Jax for a suplex, a feat of strength that seemed nearly impossible, her top strap suddenly loosened. The sudden movement caused a wardrobe malfunction scare, leaving Ripley scrambling to readjust. The audience immediately reacted, with a loud "oh" echoing throughout the arena. Ripley, a veteran performer, knew she had to think fast. Instead of panicking, she quickly dropped Jax and backed into the corner, adjusting her top while keeping an intense expression on her face. The referee subtly checked on her, making sure everything was secure before signaling that the match could continue. Ripley's brilliant save. In a moment that showcased Ripley's quick thinking and ring awareness, she used her long hair to shield herself, turning her wardrobe adjustment into part of the match. Fans later praised her ability to stay composed under pressure, with some even noting that it added to her dominance, showing that nothing could shake Mommy. Becky Lynch, ever the professional, capitalized on the distraction and nearly rolled up Ripley for the win, but Ripley kicked out at the last second. Despite the near-embarrassing mishap, Ripley regained control and continued to dominate the match. She delivered a brutal big boot to Becky, knocking her out of the ring, and then turned her attention back to Jax. The grand finale. With the match reaching its climax, Ripley had no time to dwell on the wardrobe scare. She locked eyes with Dominic at ringside, who cheered her on, yelling, "You got this, Mommy." With newfound determination, Ripley delivered an earth-shattering riptide to Jax, sending the crowd into a frenzy. 1, 2, 3. Rhea Ripley retained her Women's World Championship, proving once again why she's one of the most dominant champions in WWE today. As she stood victorious, she smirked at the crowd, knowing full well what had just happened. Instead of ignoring the moment, Ripley embraced it. She jokingly adjusted her top again and laughed, whispering something to Dominic that had the front row fans chuckling. Fan reactions go wild. As expected, WWE fans took to social media almost instantly, posting clips and reactions about Ripley's near malfunction. At WrestleFan 99, Rhea Ripley almost had a major malfunction tonight but handled it like a champ. #MommyKnowsBest. At Judgment Day for Life, that moment when Rhea casually fixes her gear mid-match and still dominates. Iconic. At Lynch vs. Ripley, props to Rhea Ripley for keeping her composure after that wardrobe slip. True professional. Even fellow WWE superstars chimed in on the situation. Bayley tweeted, "Happens to the best of us." Rhea handled it like a queen. Meanwhile, Liv Morgan jokingly wrote, "Mommy nearly broke the internet, and she didn't even mean to." Backstage reactions. Backstage, WWE officials and superstars commended Ripley for how she handled the moment. A WWE insider revealed that Triple H and other officials were impressed with Ripley's ability to stay composed, calling her a true professional. A source close to Judgment Day shared that Dominic Mysterio was actually worried when it happened but was relieved when Ripley shrugged it off like nothing. Dom thought she'd be flustered, but nah, Rhea just laughed it off. That's why she's mommy. Ripley breaks her silence. Later that night, Ripley addressed the moment in a hilarious way. Posting a picture of herself adjusting her top mid-match, she captioned it, "Mommy nearly gave y'all a show, but this ain't OnlyFans. Stay focused. #Still your champion." Her post instantly gained thousands of likes, with fans and WWE stars commenting laughing emojis and praising her ability to turn anything into gold. What's next for Rhea Ripley? Despite the close call, Ripley remains one of WWE's most dominant champions. With WrestleMania season approaching, the question now is, who will step up to challenge mommy next? Some reports suggest that Bianca Belair might be next in line, while others believe Liv Morgan could return to claim revenge. Whatever happens, one thing is certain, Ripley's confidence is unshakable. If anything, this live event proved that Rhea Ripley can handle anything, even when things go unexpectedly. Whether it's taking down opponents or handling wardrobe mishaps like a pro, mommy stays on top. And as she always says, "You're all just living in mommy's world." Rhea Ripley announcement made after the star is slapped. Rhea Ripley was slapped on WWE Raw this week, but things didn't go well. She confronted two stars but ended up looking stunned. Rhea Ripley appeared on WWE Raw this week and confronted Bianca Belair for her interference, which resulted in Ripley losing her title to Io Sky. Despite the latter being right there, both stars ignored her and pushed her away by the face, disrespecting the star holding the title. Sky had enough and slapped Rhea Ripley across the face. Then, she punched Belair down as well, making it clear that she was not going to stand for it. Soon after her segment aired on WWE Raw, Fanatics Fest took to social media and announced her for the event. She's set to appear on June 22, Sunday, for a huge meet and greet. Fanatics Fest is recognized as one of the biggest gatherings of WWE stars and fans for occasions where they can interact. Ripley is a huge name, and the company waited for the perfect moment before announcing her. Mommy is coming to Fanatics Fest, and you don't want to miss it. Fire meet at Rhea Ripley _WWE on Sunday, June 22, photo op and autograph on sale dates dropping soon. Ripley is yet to respond to the slap. The WWE Universe was left in shock after a dramatic turn of events on Monday Night Raw, where Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley found herself at the center of an explosive confrontation. The incident, which saw Ripley get slapped by an unexpected rival, escalated into chaos, and in the aftermath, Mommy made a career-altering announcement that left fans buzzing. The confrontation that changed everything. Raw was already electric as Rhea Ripley walked out to the ring, championship draped over her shoulder. With Judgment Day reigning supreme on the red brand, the Eradicator was in high spirits. Flanked by her faction members, Ripley smirked as she grabbed the mic, ready to address the WWE Universe. "I run this division," Ripley declared. "Every woman in that locker room fears me, and rightfully so. Because when you step into my ring, you don't just lose, you get humbled." The crowd responded with a mix of cheers and boos, but before Ripley could continue, an unfamiliar theme hit the speakers. The audience collectively gasped as Liv Morgan, the same woman who had been sidelined by Ripley months ago, marched to the ring. Morgan wasted no time getting in Ripley's face. "You think you've won, huh? You think taking me out means I'm done? Well, guess what, Rhea? I'm still standing, and I'm coming for what's mine." Ripley smirked, unimpressed. "Oh, please, Liv. Haven't you learned your lesson? You're nothing but a little pest that I keep squashing." And then, it happened. Morgan, fiery and emotional, raised her hand and delivered a stinging slap across Rhea Ripley's face. The fallout, Judgment Day unraveling? The crowd erupted. Ripley, stunned, clenched her jaw and slowly turned her head back toward Morgan. But just as it seemed she was about to retaliate, she did something unexpected. She laughed. Liv stepped back cautiously as Ripley rubbed her cheek, her amusement turning into something darker. "You just signed your death warrant, Liv," Ripley warned, her voice low and dangerous. Before Ripley could attack, Damian Priest and Finn Balor rushed into the ring, seemingly trying to defuse the situation. But the tension between Ripley and Priest was palpable. The Judgment Day had already been facing internal struggles, and this moment seemed to fracture them further. "You need to calm down, Rhea," Priest muttered, stepping between her and Liv. Ripley snapped. "Calm down? She just disrespected me on my show." Priest shook his head. "And you're going to let her get to you? We have bigger things to worry about." The Judgment Day members exchanged looks, and it became clear that Priest's leadership was beginning to clash with Ripley's dominance. The cracks in the faction were growing wider. Rhea's announcement shakes the WWE Universe. Later that night, Ripley was spotted storming into WWE officials' offices, clearly furious. As the show neared its end, she returned to the ring alone, a microphone in hand, a deadly seriousness in her expression. "What happened tonight? It made me realize something," she began. "For the past year, I've been carrying this division on my back. I've taken down every single woman who's stepped up. And yet, despite everything I've done, people still want to doubt me. People still think they can step up to mommy and walk away without consequences." She took a deep breath, scanning the crowd. "I'm tired of being underestimated. I'm tired of people thinking they can slap me and get away with it." Then, she dropped the bombshell. "I'm done waiting for people to challenge me. I'm issuing an open challenge to any woman in WWE, past or present, who thinks they can take this title from me. No restrictions. No limits. If you think you're ready for Rhea Ripley, come and get me." The arena exploded in cheers. An open challenge to any woman in WWE history? The implications were massive. Would a returning legend like Trish Stratus or Lita answer the call? Would NXT's top stars like Roxanne Perez or Tiffany Stratton take their shot? Or, would Liv Morgan strike first? The aftermath: who will step up? As Raw went off the air, Ripley stood in the center of the ring, daring anyone to step up. Backstage, Judgment Day was still in disarray, with Priest visibly frustrated over Ripley's impulsive decision. Liv Morgan, meanwhile, was seen watching the screen with a determined smirk. Whether she was the first to answer the challenge or someone else took that opportunity, one thing was clear: Rhea Ripley had just put herself in the most dangerous position of her career. And in WWE, when you make a bold statement like that, you better be ready for the consequences.